the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place.
Okay, can you hear what's going on?
At the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
Good morning. Look at, we got all these shiny faces here in the building, and I think we have shiny faces online. Could the people online please maybe put your hand up and wave or something and let us know that you can hear us? I heard Amber unmute herself and say she couldn't hear. Yep, everything's good. Perfect. Wonderful. Welcome to Unity of London on this fine Sunday morning, whether you're here in person, online, or checking us out later. If you're checking us out later, you're still sleeping, and that's not fair. But anyways, we appreciate that you are checking us out later. Here at Unity of London, we have a wonderful mission. Da-da-da. And our mission is co-creating with spirit to try, no, sorry. I better turn around. Our vision is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And with that, we have a mission. And that mission is co-creating with spirit to transform lives. And how do we do that? Well, we like to be a loving, inclusive, and supportive community. We love to promote self-expression. And we like to believe that we live the 5 principles that we stand by. And the 5 principles are God is, I am, I think, I pray, and I live. And if you'd like to learn more about that, well, come check us out a little bit more, or you can certainly check out Unity online and just Google the 5 principles. We also inspire people to make a positive difference in the world. Maybe that's just an extra special smile, or when you're checking out, getting groceries or buying something, don't just say, yeah, thanks, and not look the other person in the eye. Connect with one another, eye to eye and soul to soul, and make that person feel good, and you'll feel even better. And we also like to believe that we provide fellowship and education for spiritual seekers of all walks of life. A lot of people like Unity because there's no dogma. We want you to be just as you are, but maybe try to be just a little bit better today than you were yesterday. And that's just being a better you. Oh, look, there's our vision. And so first announcement would be our AGM is next week, Sunday, March the 20th, right after the service. Well, sort of right after the service, because what are we going to have before we have an AGM? potluck. It's been 2 years since we've had a potluck. Oh, we're going to have some great dishes. I know we will. And we'll have some great conversation. It'll be a wonderful meeting. We've got lots of great things going on. And do we have any more announcements? Breakout rooms. So today online, Dawn will be your prayer chaplain. So if you'd like one-on-one prayer, you can just let Dawn know, and Larry or Lorraine will put you into a private one-on-one room. And if anyone here in the building would like one-on-one prayer, well, Pauline and I can take turns or pull straws or just pray with you. We're here. And the next thing is it's Celebration Sunday. So while we're having a great service with a great talk, think about all the things that you're celebrating this month. And one of the things I think we're all celebrating is spring. Absolutely. And now we'll take this into prayer. So I invite you to settle into your chair and also settle into your heart space. Feeling that heart beating, knowing that each and every one of us is beating with the pulse of the universe, with the life force, sometimes called God, sometimes called spirit, that the life force of the universe is flowing through and with each and every one of us. So unity was founded on affirmative prayer. So today we affirm that all is well in our world. We affirm that in the midst of the chaos and craziness, there is peace. In the midst of the craziness and chaos, there is love. And for some reason, there's challenges that we must go through to get to the other side. For it's all about spiritual awakening and everyone becoming aware of who they are, a divine spirit. We hold all spiritual gatherings in our prayer today, for we know that there are many paths to the one and only God. In particular, in Unity, we hold Unity Calgary in our prayers. And we hold all world leaders in our prayers, knowing that they can and will make the right decisions, the right choices. We hold all the children in our prayers, where we know that some of the chaos and the craziness affects the children in such a way that we want to wrap them in our love and know that they will grow up to be great people. And we hold this time and this space and this service in our prayers, knowing that we will all be moved and awakened in some way, shape, or form through the music, the talk, or now the fellowship as well. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. And I remind you that we also have our prayer box back up here if you'd like to put in for prayer. And now Nancy will say our daily word.
Light. The light of truth dissolves all darkness. A bird's cheerful song interrupts the quiet of the night. The dark sky grows lighter, and puffy clouds begin to glow with a beautiful shade of pink. Brilliant rays announce the sun's arrival. The sun peeks over the horizon, flooding the new day with light. Light dissolves darkness in my consciousness in a similar way. At a challenging time, my heart responds to the hopeful thought that this too shall pass. Hope grows into faith as my mind opens to divine wisdom that is always mine to claim. Guided by the dawning light of truth, I see the way forward and follow it with confidence. As surely as each new day brings a sunrise, my faith assures me that the light of truth will dissolve the darkness of any obstacle I may face. From John chapter 1, verse 5, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness does not overcome it. And now, my joy to introduce today's speaker, Tony Orvidas. Tony is a lifelong Trekkie and observer and practitioner of the Zen of motorcycle riding and pool maintenance. That's a bit of a hint on today's talk. Tony is a lifelong student and teacher of spirituality, metaphysics, and abundance manifestation, an experienced mentor, speaker, and trainer, and author of Using the Law of Attraction. He's been an active member of Unity since 2012 and is a past president of the board of directors. Please join me in welcoming Tony Orvidas speaking on the spiritual side of laughter.
Well, thank you very much, Nancy. And good morning, Unity of London. There we go. Title of my message, as Nancy said, is The Spiritual Side of Laughter. And today what I'll try to do is to incorporate in my talk some humor, joy, happiness, jubilation, delight, hilarity, bliss, rejoicing, whimsy, mirthfulness, levity, merriment, and jocularity. We'll look at how we tend to react to something that's funny, comic, and amusing. Review the positive aspects of laughter and evaluate its spiritual side. Now, laughter is described as the action or sound of laughing. To laugh is to make the spontaneous sounds and movements of the body and face that are the instinctive expressions of lively amusement and sometimes also of contempt or derision. It is accompanied by mood characterized by high spirits. Now, laughter can begin with or incorporate chuckles, giggles, grins, howls, snickers, snorts, whoops, cachinnates, look that one up, chortles, crack-ups, guffaws, titters, rolls in the aisles, splitting of one's sides, cackles, breaking ups, and being in stitches. Now, all of that suggests that the subject has many aspects and is of great importance to us as humans. Charlie Chaplin reminds us that a day without laughter is a day wasted. So how many of you laughed today? Raise your hands. All right, good. I still remember as a teenager sitting in the funeral home next to my friend Dennis Noonan. The father of one of our high school classmates had recently died, and we were attending the funeral service. Partway through the service, Noonan leans over to me and says, "Wouldn't it be funny if the dad suddenly just sat up?" Well, we both cracked up, absolutely, totally. Father Duffy, the vice principal of our school, gently ushered us out of the room, took us outside, not giving us help as we expected, because he realized why we were laughing. It was our response to a sad, a stressful, and a very fearful situation. That reminds me, did you see the episode of the old Mary Tyler Moore show? Where she's at the funeral of Chuckles the clown. Chuckles is in his casket, and he had died while dressed as his character, Peter Peanut. His demise was a result of a rogue elephant trying to shell him as he was walking in a parade. Mary could not keep a straight face or manage to hold the bubbling laughter that was welling up inside of her. Remember when you were a kid? Chances are that you pretty well laughed all the time. Children have a natural inclination to laugh, to act silly, to have fun. Did you know that on the average, children laugh 300 times a day, while adults only 15? You see, as you got older, you laughed less and less. You became more serious, more sober, solemn, subdued, because that's what mature folks are supposed to be like. You're not supposed to find things funny, to find fun and humor in life and living, right? Maybe that's why I was often told to grow up, because I could detect humor in almost anything, and I used it to diffuse the most difficult situations. I recall sitting in union negotiations as a management representative, adding humor to our discussions and ticking off our legal and HR team who did not appreciate levity as a bargaining tactic. I feel vindicated, however, by Wayne Dyer, who said that laughter and humor are tremendous healers, and the ability to find joy in every moment is the real test of the no-limit person. He noted that it's impossible to be angry and to laugh at the same time, that laughter and anger are mutually exclusive, and that you have the power to choose either. He suggested that you should develop an ability to laugh a lot in life, to see the fun side of everything, and to be a little crazy now and then. Dr. Wayne told a story about when he finished some work in a psychiatric institution with a group of people who had been labeled as zany. They all got together and presented him with a going away gift. Their spokeswoman told him that they liked him better than all of the other doctors. When he asked them why, he received one of the greatest compliments in his life. "Well," she said, "you're more like one of us." Now, is laughter spiritual? Well, Martin Luther, the guy who initiated the Protestant Reformation, was quoted as saying, "If you're not allowed to laugh in heaven, I don't want to go there." Spiritual teacher and humorist Loretta LaRoche said, "Most of us have the tendency to take ourselves way too seriously, and it blocks the flow of God's creative energy through us." Deepak Chopra notes that laughter is humanity's mechanism to escape suffering, and he even wrote a book about it called "Why is God Laughing?" Truth Unity tells us that the Bible contains many verses about laughter. In the story of Abraham, for example, laughter takes an important role in connection with Abraham's naming of his son, Isaac. You see, Isaac means he laughs, or may God smile upon him. The first mention of laughter is in Genesis. It's the Old Testament. Sarah, the wife of Abraham, declares, "God has brought me laughter. All who hear about this will laugh with me." Now, this was in relation to the fact that she had been told by an angel that in her very old age, way beyond normal childbearing years, she was going to birth a child named Isaac. Robin Gallagher Branch of the Biblical Archaeological Society said this about the lighter side of the Bible. "I believe it's possible to read many Bible verses, stories, and even books through the lens of humor. Indeed, to see portions of the Bible is intended to be very funny. I've come to this conclusion," he said. "Humor is a fundamental sub-theme in both Old and New Testaments. In Job, we read, 'He will yet fill your mouth with laughing and your lips with rejoicing.' And then in Proverbs, we learn that a cheerful heart is good medicine, and that for a happy heart, life is a continual feast." Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, said this about laughter. "An old country doctor used to tell how he healed a woman of a large cyst by telling her a funny story, at which she laughed so heartily that the fluid broke loose and then passed away. He went on to say that the mind put kinks or blocks in nerves in ways beyond description. The impact of energy of some kind is necessary to break that dam. Physical exercise will do it sometimes, or massage, or electricity, but these are temporary measures, temporary remedies. None of them has touched the cause, which is mental, fear. There are various methods of erasing fear from the mind and prevent its congestions in the body. One of the most direct and effective shatterers of fear is laughter. Laugh your fears away. See how ridiculous they are when traced to their source," he instructed. Joan Borisenko, PhD, tells us about an old adage that says angels can fly because they take themselves lightly. Steve Behrman, a noted humorist, adds that the very best way of overcoming gravity is levity. Let's read a bit of Leo Rutger's Why Joy and Humor Are Essential to the Christian Life. There is no laughing in church. This is an admonition I heard many times as a child in Catholic elementary school. I had the opportunity to ponder this counsel with my friends in detention quite frequently. Looking back, I think it was the right focus to correct our behavior at the time. However, I did have an undesirable long-term effect in that it seemed to imply that religion was serious business and no laughing matter. Religion was about praying, obeying the rules. I thought this was the path to holiness, he said. When I came to know Jesus personally, I realized following rules wasn't enough. Learning about the lives of the saints gave me a much fuller picture of what a life with Christ could actually look like. In a recent reflection on the feast of St. Lawrence, the saint, St. Lawrence, was quoted cheerfully saying, as he was being grilled to death over hot coals, "Turn me over, I'm done on this side." Imagine a Roman soldier's reaction to that kind of comment. Fanny Flagg, funny name, I know, an American actress, comedian, and author, in an interview that she gave on a Unity online radio show, said, "There's nothing better than a good laugh." I think Gabe got us a sense of humor because we've got to find a release somehow in the midst of everything else that's going on in our lives. It's such a benefit for our mental health to be able to look at the world and the mad stuff happening all around us and realize that it's so crazy, you just have to laugh. Everybody gets so serious about this and that, and sometimes it just helps to say to yourself, "Oh, honey, lighten up." Now, according to Hugh Prather in his book, Notes to Myself, one of my favorite books when I was in my early 20s, true humor is fun. It does not put down, kid, or mock. It makes people feel wonderful, not separate, different, and cut off. True humor has beneath it the understanding that we're all in it together. People who have not been encouraged to develop a good sense of humor tend to use sarcasm with remarks that degrade or insult and exhibit anger when the joke's on them. Know anyone like that? I do. In Teach Us to Pray by Charles and Cora Fillmore, Cora was Charles' second wife, we read, "Now we have reports of a sanitarium where laughter is the only healing remedy. Time was when such an institution would not only have been subject to the ridicule of the community, but its promoters would doubtless have come under the insanity regulations. But now that not only psychology, but medical therapy is giving attention to the effect of the emotions on health, the systematic cultivation of joy is looked upon favorably as a healing agent." John Cleese, a renowned member of the Monty Python comedy troupe, and by the way, if you haven't seen Life of Brian, you need to, it's hilarious. He noted in an interview that he believed in the healing power of laughter and stressed the importance of comedy, particularly in times of turmoil. Cleese pointed to a film festival he attended in Sarajevo as a watershed moment for his prescription and perception of comedy. While there, people told him about the horrors and the toll of the Bosnian War inflicted on the city in the mid-90s, and how, during that time, some of the residents converted an underground garage into a makeshift movie theater. Okay, and they screened comedy films there with a focus on Monty Python. And even though it didn't change anything about their situation in the war, they told Cleese that comedy offered attendees a temporary reprieve from the reality of their daily lives and actually made them feel better. He was struck by how laughter connects us to other people. It's impossible, almost impossible, to maintain any kind of distance or sense of social hierarchy when you're howling with laughter. He said laughter is a form of democracy. By the way, did you know animals laugh too? I always thought my dogs did. UCLA researchers sifted through numerous studies on various species' play behavior, tracking vocalization patterns that show a strong similarity to human laughter. They found such vocal play, that vocal behavior, documented in at least 65 species. And that list included a variety of primates, domesticated animals, foxes, seals, mongooses, parakeets, magpies. It's clear to evolutionary scholars that we and other animals laugh as part of play, signaling our cooperation and friendliness. They noted that when we laugh, we are often providing information to others that we're having fun and also inviting others to join in. On the website Canned Laughter, we're told that laughter is a priceless medicine, that it has much power to heal and compensate. Laughter is good for the soul because it brings people together, releases tension in the environment, and relaxes your nerves, making it beneficial for both emotional and physical well-being. Laughter is the best way to improve your mood, and there's nothing better than a good laugh to bring some balance into your life. Laughter is therapeutic. It's been shown that laughing for a minute is equal to 45 minutes of relaxation. It acts as a natural pain reliever, reduces stress hormones, increases health-enhancing hormones, boosts the immune system, and exercise various muscle groups in your body. Have your sides ever hurt after having a good laugh? It clears your respiratory passages, stimulates alertness, promotes mental health, helps relieve pain, counteracts fear, anger, and depression that are all linked to illness and stress. It can improve circulation, strengthen the heart, reduce blood pressure, increase blood flow and oxygenation, improve memory, promote creativity, prevent some cancers, heart disease, and dementia, and enhance life longevity. Wow, eh? Now, we're therefore all aware of the healing effective power of laughter. It's a well from which we draw every day to relieve the stress of an uncomfortable moment, to dispel the burden of an oppressive situation, to lighten the general heaviness of life. Laughter's healing power can even border on the miraculous. I'm sure you've heard the well-known story about Norman Cousins apparently healing himself of cancer by watching old Marx Brothers movies. Now, did you know that A Course in Miracles refers to laughter 43 times? The Course says that man's separation from God began when man stopped laughing. If laughter could have stopped the separation from occurring, no wonder it's so powerful. According to Robert Perry in Laughing the World Away, Laughing in A Course in Miracles, laughter is a very strange phenomenon. We laugh at situations that don't make sense, that contain incongruity, contradiction. Since laughter is so enjoyable, we apparently find enjoyment in contemplating the nonsensical, the crazy. To summarize, he said, laughter applies when a situation that seemed important and rational is shown to be trivial and nonsensical. Dr. Seuss, one of my favorite physicians, noted that nonsense wakes up your brain cells and helps develop a sense of humor. He told us that humor is very important in this day and age, particularly, and has a tremendous place in this sordid world. But it's more than just a matter of laughing. It's getting things back in whack. Now, getting back to the Course, laughter has unlimited power to heal because all tragedy is illusion. Abraham Hicks says the same thing. We're supposed to laugh at pain and loss, at sickness and at grief, at poverty, starvation, and death. Why? Because all of those things are an illusion, unreal, and thus trivial. Food for thought, huh? So when someone tells you that something is not a laughing matter, Tell them it is. Now, let's briefly summarize today's message. Laughter is spiritual, and we should thank the source for its sense of humor. Laughter is good for our bodies and our souls. It's a prescription for physical and emotional health. It relieves tension and brings us closer together. You can find humor in everything and anything. Anyone who makes you laugh is contributing to your well-being. Laughter can shift you out of a bad mood, free you from worry, put you in a state of joy, even if it's temporary. For a few precious moments, as your eyes fill with blissful tears, as you run out of breath, as your stomach aches, you will have no other care in the world. If laughter is the best medicine, then funny friends are instrumental to our healing. So in conclusion, remember that life is very short. So break your silly ego, forgive quickly, believe slowly, love truly, laugh loudly, and never, ever avoid anything that makes you smile. And with that, let's go into meditation. The guided portion is based on readings from the Daily Word. Sit back, relax, get comfortable, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. Let my words be yours. Laughter delights my soul. Healing energies are activated within me as I give expression to my happiness. My laughter is a celebration of my body and spirit. Today, I take a cue from children and share joy through our laughter. Laughing with friends and loved ones is one of the pure joys of my life. Laughter uplifts my soul, energizes my body. My joy flows through smiles and laughter. As I laugh, the spirit of source flows through me in a rush of gladness. Through the power of laughter, I'm invigorated, revitalized. A giggle, a chuckle, a full belly chortle all uplift my spirits. I am a cheerful, radiant, happy, joyful child of source. The universe responds in kind to my cheerful, joyous, and happy attitude. My sense of humor conveys an assurance that all is well with our world. Laughter rises up within me, refreshing me and restoring me. I am blessed with a warm and vibrant sense of humor. I thank the source for joy, laughter, and a happy heart. The spirit of joy sets me free. When I hear others laughing freely and wholeheartedly, I am pulled into the fun. When I experience complete and utter joy, I feel gladness throughout my whole body. I shine the light of my positive sense of humor into this and every day. I infuse laughter, dance, and song into my day. It is my natural state to be a happy person. It's natural for me to love and to laugh. Now I will silently meditate for a few minutes on what makes me laugh during this very challenging time in our world. I gradually come back to my world of joy. I and those around me are one with divine light and delight. Shared humor soothes our hearts and connects us in a moment of gladness. A smile starts on the lips, but a good laugh bursts forth from the soul and overflows and bubbles all around. And so it is. Amen.
Wow, thank you so much, Tony. What a great talk. And we need to talk about laughter more often on a Sunday. You know, none of the serious stuff, although we usually do have quite a few laughs here at Unity. But, you know, so many different words for laughter and the stitches and the guffaws and so many different words that can be used. Even that was funny. So thank you so much for lightening our hearts. And let's have another song.
I have a dream of what I wanna be. I wanna be free. That's what my heart keeps telling me. Give me your hand.
We'll find a way.
There's people out there
They feel the same.
if we help each other. I just know we can succeed. We are one, but we are different. We from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. We are every boy and girl. Come together and share our dreams. We'll be amongst the stars, and we know that it's destiny. And we are unity. We are unity.
I do believe. Oh, I believe in destiny. It's up to me to make it into reality.
Give me your hand.
We'll find a way.
People out there,
Let's feel the same.
if we help each other,
I just know we can succeed.
we are one, but we are different. We from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. We are every boy and girl. Come together and share our dreams. We'll be amongst the stars, and we know that it's destiny. That we are unity. No matter where you're from or who you are, if we can find common place to be, then we are friends. We are one, but we are different. We from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. Oh. We are one, but we are different. We're from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. We are every boy and girl. Come together and share our dreams. We be amongst the stars, and we know that it's destiny. That we
great song. Isn't that wonderful? Could listen to that all the time. So now we come to the time where we would like to not only say thank you, but bless the tithes, offerings, and all the gifts that we have received over the last week. We know that the givers of those gifts, their abundance will grow just as our abundance will grow. And we are blessed by the one and only source, taking care of all of our needs. And so it is, and so we let it be. And now I believe it's prayer for protection time. Oh, no, peace song first. Don't we do prayer for protection first? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Well, let's say the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. Who is the light? We are. The love of God enfolds us. Who is the love? We are. The power of God protects us. Who is the power? We are. And the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is. Yay, God. And all is well. And now we'll do the peace song. Does anybody want to come up? Yeah, we'll get there. We can wait. Think of something funny. Have some giggles. Okay. So make sure you let there be peace. Yay. And now it's Celebration Sunday time. I don't know if we have the dun, 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 dun. There it is. So come on up. Anybody that's here or anybody online, get ready to share your celebration. Like I said, I'm celebrating spring. I'm celebrating that I think I'm going to go on a couple of trips that have been waiting for a couple of years. All kinds of great stuff. Yeah, Lois, what are you celebrating?